Hi everyone, I'm Aria and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a very exciting video for you. I am doing a build collab with Miss Unfortunate, so I'm sure you all know who she is, but if not, I will leave all of her information in the description below for you. So at the end of last month we spoke about doing a collab together and decided on a build swap. And so if you don't know what that is, basically I build an exterior, Miss Unfortunate builds an exterior, and then we swap them over and do the interior for each other's builds. So we also decided to add a couple of items for each other to use in the exterior of our build. So what you are watching right now is the exterior that I created for Miss Unfortunate. I wanted to create something that maybe she hadn't done very much of. And when I was looking at her channel, I found that maybe she'd done like 2 or 3 of this kind of style. And I'm not sure that I've ever done anything like this before. I might have done one that was maybe similar, but I don't think I've done anything like this. So it was also good for me to have on my channel as well. So I didn't really have anything particularly in mind for this. I just knew that I wanted to build something different and colourful, because I don't really use very much colour, and I don't know why I'm scared of colour. But I thought it would be just a nice change. And yeah, I didn't really have like a lot type either in mind for this, so when I was looking at what sort of things I could build, I'm not really sure why, but I had the song from The Road to El Dorado stuck in my head, and so I was just looking up pictures from the movie, and I'm hoping that I kind of get that across. But I really loved that film, and so I wanted to create something colourful like the animations and things in that film. But like I said, I didn't really have like a lot type in mind, so I wanted to make something that was easy enough to change into any lot type that Miss Unfortunate would, you know, want to furnish. So it could have been a museum, it could have been a home. I think she chose a restaurant in the end. And yeah, I really think that it's I don't know what the word is versatile. I don't know, you could literally do whatever you wanted with it. So I wanted to also keep this kind of pack limited in a way. So I think I use mostly Jungle Adventure and Island Living. There's probably 1 or 2 other packs in the exterior. I'm not sure what Miss Unfortunate has used on the inside. But if you would like to download the shell, then it is available on the gallery for you. As an empty shell. I think it's set as residential on my shell. But if you want to download Miss Unfortunate's, then that will be available on her gallery. So we gave ourselves a deadline of the 1st, I think, the end of March. But I've actually had this built for about 2 or 3 weeks now. For some reason, it just came so, I don't know, easily. Usually it takes me a little while, and you know, I can stress over the different details, I suppose, like details that probably nobody else will even notice, but for me, I don't know, they stick out. And I notice them and then I stress about them. But with this one, I kind of just started building, and I don't know, didn't really have any problems with it, which I'm really pleased about. We'll talk about Miss Unfortunate's build that she made for me in just a second when we get to it. But that one was a bit of a different story. We decided that we wanted to make something that was a little bit out of each other's comfort zones, and I'm not really sure whether this is out of Miss Unfortunate's comfort zone or not. It's probably not, because, you know, she's crazy talented and can build pretty much anything. So it probably wasn't much of a challenge for her like it was, like her build was for me, should I say. but let's just say I'm not very good with traditional houses. I kind of just get a bit stuck, which is crazy because, like, you know, we all live in, you know, what I would class as traditional homes as opposed to like the fantasy builds that I usually create, so it shouldn't really be that difficult to furnish them because we all know what a kitchen looks like, and we all know what a lounge room looks like, but for some reason my brain just goes nope. And I really struggle. But you'll probably be able to see that when we get on to that build. So these two little buildings that I created on the side, I didn't really know what to do with these. I kind of had I guess a sort of idea in mind as in terms of, you know, exterior for the main building and like this little pool area, but the two buildings on the side I didn't really know what to do with them. I knew I needed something that could kind of fill the rest of the lot, and I probably could have just, you know, landscaped the whole thing, but when I was looking through images of this style of building, I found that they usually were accompanied by smaller buildings of, you know, very similar architectural details. And so that's basically what I did. And I don't know, I just think they're really cute. But yeah, you could pretty much use them for anything. You could probably turn them into, I don't know, like lounge rooms or bathrooms or something. And yeah, I don't know. So what I did with the landscaping on this one is very simple, because as you can see there isn't really very much space. I think there is a lot bigger than this, but I particularly wanted to build on this lot because when I'm not sure why I actually built it this way around, because when I do the tour at the end I've actually turned the lot round so that the back is like facing the mountain, so like obviously where you are looking right now will be overlooking the beach instead of the way that round that it is. Does that make any sense? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. So I've seen somebody else do something similar to this. I'm not sure who it was, I don't remember. If I can find the video then I will link it, but I'm sure it'd be easy enough to find just, you know, typing in like island living or something. It's probably going to come up for you. I wanted to build this on like different levels, but it was actually quite difficult because obviously you can't connect, what are they called, platforms to foundations, and you can't build pools or fountains or anything on a platform. You can build them on the foundations, which is what I have done, but you know, building them on platforms is just like no. So I've used the waterfall from Discovery University. I believe that might be the only item that I've used. Yeah, I think so. But I just basically go around with island living and jungle adventure plants and things, all from the debug menu. At the time I was building this I didn't have better build by, so I kind of tried to cut out all of the scrolling that I had to do. But I really love these like lava rocks. I think they add, I don't know, just something a little bit more jungly to the build. I was trying to use the same sort of plants that are surrounding the outside of this lot, just to make it look like it, you know, fits in. And I think I did okay. I'm pretty proud of this. I think it's nice and bright and colourful and just, you know, not really something that I've ever done before, so it was a nice change for me to, you know, build something with lots of colour and patterns. So I'll let you enjoy the rest of this and then we'll go through a short cinematic and then we'll start Miss Unfortunate's build. everyone. So now we are on to Miss Unfortunate's build. So I will link her channel in the description for you if you would like to go and see her building the exterior of this. So honestly, I really struggled with this. I'm not really someone who creates traditional homes or like suburban style homes very often. The exterior isn't the issue for me, it's the furnishings, which, like I said earlier, is a little bit strange, seeing as, you know, I live in what I would class as a traditional home. I don't live in like one of my fantasy homes, so I know what a kitchen looks like and I know what a lounge room looks like, yet for some reason I struggle to furnish them in Sims. I don't know why, it's very odd. So as I mentioned earlier, we each chose some items to be included in the furnishings of these builds. So these are the ones that Miss Unfortunate picked for me. And honestly, I'm very grateful because I hope that I haven't picked some difficult items for her to include, but I'm pretty proud that I was able to include these quite easily. I feel, at least. And yeah, I don't think she did me dirty on those, which I'm quite pleased about. So like I said earlier, that I kind of struggled with this, so it took me like 3 full days to furnish this, whereas my exterior only took me like maybe 3 or 4 hours. I mean, it wasn't, you know, a terrible thing, but yeah, it did take me a little bit longer than I probably it took me longer than it probably would have done a fantasy kind of build. So Rosamund's back in lockdown over the weekend, so you know, I wasn't doing anything anyway, couldn't go anywhere. So I literally just spent the whole weekend doing this, and yeah, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It was a pretty big build to furnish, and it literally took me an entire day just to do the floor plan. I didn't really know like where to put things. So we gave each other kind of the free rein to change doors and windows out if we needed to. I don't think I changed any. I might have changed like one, from like a long one to a short one, like a long window to a short window, but honestly I don't remember where. It might have been in this pantry room, I think. I don't know. But I've been having this problem with my move objects cheat that it only kind of half enables, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else has experienced it, but I'll, you know, type it in the cheat bar as normal, it will say move objects is on, but I can only do like half of what the cheat enables, if that makes sense. So I can overlay items, I can, you know, put a chair in the middle of the table, no problem. But if I want to put anything like half into a wall, the footprint goes red, and the same if I want to put anything anywhere near a staircase, it just goes red and says no, which is strange. So I thought, with the, you know, Mayor of Brindleton Bay, he probably has like a really nice fish tank set up. And I'm pretty sure this area was probably meant to be for a fireplace, but I'd already included fireplaces. I'd already included 4 fireplaces within the downstairs, and so I wanted to make something that was a little bit more special, and so I created like a custom kind of huge fish tank instead. The ones that came with cats and dogs weren't really big enough, so I sized down 4 of them and placed them in this wall behind this window, which I thought looked really cool. But like I was saying earlier, I did struggle with the floor plan, and it wasn't, you know, anything that I think Miss Unfortunate had done. It wasn't because the build was too big or anything like that. For some reason, like I said about the move objects cheat not working, every time I closed off a room, it would delete half of the exterior decorations and the windows, and I didn't notice at first. It wasn't until I had kind of finished most of the floor plan that then I would go and notice that, you know, the windows were missing, or that half of the ivy off the outside was gone. And I then had to go back and look at the gallery image to figure out, like, try and figure out where everything went. And I don't know, it was just driving me mad, and I had to just, you know, leave it for 5 minutes and just go and do something else and then come back to it once I'd, like, I don't know, kind of calm down a little bit, I guess. The other thing that threw me off a little bit was the front and back entryways are up on platforms, but the 2 exterior doors off to the left hand side that go out to the driveway were on, like, the ground floor, or like, the, you know, they weren't on platforms. And again, when I was closing off rooms and things, the platforms would, like, jump halfway up the wall, and I don't really know why that happens. It's obviously just a bug with the platform, maybe, I don't know. It could have been because my cheat was doing some kind of wacky thing it's not meant to do, I don't know. But I wouldn't notice, and then again when I'd go to, like, take the platforms back down, it would then, like, delete half of the stuff, and it was just, I was not having a good time with it. And it was just, I don't know, it was annoying. But once I had kind of turned the cheat off, turned it back on, restarted the game, everything was working fine. So I don't know what I did, but yes. So I was asking Miss Unfortunate when she had created this for me if she had any kind of backstory or character ideas in mind, and she gave me a short brief on who she imagined like the mayor to be and his family. So I went ahead and created them. I'm not very good in chaos. It's, like, probably my worst area in this game. Some people are amazing, and for some reason all of my sims end up looking the same. And I don't really know how to, like, get out of that. But I tried my best. So following the brief that Miss Unfortunate gave me, I created the mayor, his wife, and I gave them 2 children. She told me that maybe they had, like, a rebel teenager, and I think that's it. I don't think she mentioned any other children, but I did create a toddler who I imagined would be, you know, very well behaved, very, I don't know, wanting to please his parents. And yeah, you'll see them in the tour at the end. I hope that I have got them kind of right, but like I said, I'm not very good. So I didn't include all of the bathrooms. I don't actually think I've included any bathrooms in the speed build. I've included 2 in the tour at the end, and they did take me a little while because I'm not really somebody who spends too much time or thinks about it too much. I tend to put, like, the basic furniture items in bathrooms and then leave it at that. But these ones, I don't know, I actually tried. So I'm hoping that you like them because I'm pretty proud of them. So up here we are now into the upstairs, and this is the kind of dressing room area that I created for the like the parents' bedrooms. I have to apologize now for all of the crazy camera angles and jumping around. This top floor is built into the roof, so the camera just doesn't like it very much and tends to just, you know, bounce around like crazy all over the place when you try and move forward or sideways. So it wasn't liking me. So yeah, I've tried to kind of cut all of the crazy jumping out. I didn't actually realize that this picture was like a bigger picture when you put it together. I think it looks really cool. The other ones do kind of match up, but not quite as much. So the other thing that I didn't include was the lounge area that you just saw. I don't know, it's just a generic lounge area, I think. I don't know, but you'll see it in the tour. So I have created 5 bedrooms on this top floor. I have included the footage of 3 of them for the Sims that I created, and then there's 2 kind of double bedrooms over to the right hand side of the build that I thought would be good for guest rooms. I figured, you know, if he is the mayor and this is his family, then either they have more children because it's a huge house, and you know, I don't know, from the brief that she gave me, they sound like they probably have more than 2 children. But I also thought that they would probably have guest rooms in a house this big. I don't know. But we are now decorating their toddler's room. So I've never used bunk beds before, and I know we got the update like what 3 weeks ago now, a while ago. And they don't fit into my usual style of build. You know, I'm gonna create like a big fantasy elven castle. You don't tend to see bunk beds in that sort of style build. I could probably make it work, but you know, I just haven't included them up until this point. So I wasn't really sure after seeing all of the tweets and things that people have been having issues. I was like, oh god, they're not gonna work. And I thought, oh, I'm gonna stick this bed under underneath the bunk bed, like the toddler bed under the bunk bed, and it will work if it's like directly underneath it. But like in this I can't speak today. In this position, I was unsure whether it would work, but it does, so yay. I didn't really have much of an issue decorating in this room. I find that children's rooms for me are quite easy to furnish. Generally, you know, as long as it's bright and colourful and they've got lots of things to play with, then they're happy. So that's, you know, great. The next room that we are going to be moving on to is the like rebel teenagers bedroom. I didn't really know, what does a rebel teenager's bedroom look like, and does that change if the family has lots of money? I don't know. But I just basically created what I imagined a teenager of the mayor kind of look like if they were trying to rebel against their parents. So basically lots of black furniture, because I was kind of stumped for ideas beyond that. I've included posters and an easel because I thought maybe they're artsy, and a gaming computer because why not? And basically just lots and lots of decorations. So we are now moving on to the tour of the rest of the build. I really hope you have enjoyed. I'll link all of Miss Unfortunate's information in the description below for you. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like my content and would like to see more. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!